Namaskar, thank you for tuning in to Express News. I'm Mark Lynn. First, the national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi shared pictures of his old memories, remembering his days in 2001 when he took oath as Gujarat's Chief Minister for the first time. He expressed gratitude to the people of India as he enters the 25th year of serving as a head of government. Speaking during the open debate on women, peace and security, India's permanent representative to the United Nations, P. Harish, highlighted how Pakistan conducted Operation Searchlight in 1971, sanctioning genocidal mass rape by its own army. The ambassador also described women peacekeepers as messengers of peace and outlined India's rich and pioneering contribution to the implementation of WPS agenda. Speaking at the Trust and Safety India Festival 2025, India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar on Tuesday said that artificial intelligence must be governed with balance, responsibility and safeguards to ensure it empowers humanity rather than exploits it. EAM Jaishankar also highlighted India's role in shaping global AI governance. He underlined that decisions taken today will determine the future of societies across the world. Piyush Goyal, the Minister for Commerce, met Prime Minister and Minister for Foreign Affairs of Qatar, Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani on Tuesday. The two leaders discussed collaborative strategies for expanding economic and strategic cooperation between the two countries. On an official visit to Doha, Qatar, India's Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal announced that India will launch a digital currency backed by the Reserve Bank of India. Piyush Goyal held fruitful interaction with the Indian business delegation in Doha. He encouraged them to unlock the full potential of the economic ties and strengthen partnerships between the two nations. India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh attended the conference on opportunities in defence manufacturing in India and also interacted with innovations for defence excellence startups at the Raksha Navachar Samvad. Speaking at this event, the Defence Minister said that today's warfare has become completely technology-oriented and Operation Sindoor very well demonstrated it. India's Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, chaired by the Prime Minister, on Tuesday approved 4 projects of the Ministry of Railways with a total cost of rupees 24,634 crore rupees. The 4 projects will be covering 18 districts across Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and Chhattisgarh and will increase the existing network of Indian Railways by about 894 kilometers. On the sidelines of Global FinTech Fest, India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman interacted with President and CEO of PayPal, Alex Chriss. The event expects more than 100,000 visitors and participation from over 7,500 companies. At the opening session of the Silver Jubilee edition of the FICCI Frames, Sanjay Jaju, the Secretary in the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, reflected on the event's legacy and its role in shaping India's media and entertainment sector. Marking 25 years of FICCI Frames, Sanjay Jaju observed that the period represented both evolution and limitless possibilities. The Indian Army inaugurated a tent-based homestay at Garbyang village in Kumaon sector under Operation Sadbhavna. The initiative aims to boost rural tourism and also empower local communities under the Vibrant Villages program. India's premier biennial pollution response exercise, NatPol Rex X, was organized by the Indian Coast Guard on the 5th and the 6th of October to prepare for tracking marine oil spill emergencies. Now, this exercise witnessed enthusiastic participation from a wide spectrum of stakeholders. The Indian Air Force released a special promo video on its incredible journey ahead of the 93rd Air Force Day on October 8. India Mobile Congress will begin on October 8 in New Delhi, and this year the edition will also showcase how the Indian mobile and telecom ecosystem is evolving to meet global needs, and also feature 6 major global summits at the forefront of digital innovation. Minister of State for Rural Development and Communications, Dr. Chandrasekhar Pemasani, said that India's telecom sector has emerged as a beacon of innovation, connectivity and inclusion. Let's look at the business news now. And Indian equity indices ended on a positive note. The Nifty up 30.65 points at 25,108.30 on Tuesday. At close, the Sensex was up 136.63 points at 81,926.75. The Indian rupee ended flat at 88.78 rupees per US dollar on Tuesday. Gold futures maturing on October 3, these were priced at 1,20,371 rupees per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for December 5 maturity stood at 1,46,909 rupees per kilogram on the MCX. Brent crude oil fell to $65.44 US dollars per barrel on Tuesday, down 0.05% from the previous day. OpenAI has joined hands with toy maker Mattel to test its new video model Sora 2. OpenAI also launched GPT-5 Pro and a smaller voice model for developers. At OpenAI's Developer Day, CEO Sam Altman said Mattel designers can now turn sketches into shareable videos using AI. The US Supreme Court has refused to block key parts of a sweeping injunction ordering major changes to Google Play Store operations. The yen slipped to a 2-month low against the US dollar after Sane Takaichi's victory in Japan's ruling party leadership race. The international news. A day after his shock resignation, outgoing French Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu began 2 days of last-ditch talks on Tuesday with members of various parties in an effort to find a way out of the country's political crisis. Lecornu's ministerial lineup had been fiercely criticized across the board by parties in the National Assembly, which threatened to vote it down. Delegations from Israel and Hamas held their first day of indirect negotiations in Egypt on Monday on the US-drafted peace plan, with discussions set to resume around midday on Tuesday. Both Hamas and Israel have responded positively to Trump's proposal. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed to redeploy troops deep inside the territory while securing the release of hostages. Speaking to reporters in the Oval Office, Trump said on Monday he thought that there would be a Gaza deal soon, and tremendous progress on the issue had been made. Global leaders posted social media messages on Tuesday to commemorate the October 7, 2023 attacks by Hamas on Israel. Families held a moment of silence at the site of Israel's Nova Music Festival on Tuesday to remember the victims of the October 7, 2023 attack by Hamas. The US Senate has once again failed to pass a spending budget, making it the 5th such time that would continue to keep the government in a state of shutdown. The US President Donald Trump said that he would be open to making a deal on subsidies for the Affordable Care Act, but the shutdown must end first. The Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney will meet the US President Donald Trump in Washington on Tuesday, with talks focused on shared priorities for a new economic and security relationship. US President Donald Trump announced on Monday that all medium and heavy-duty trucks imported into the United States will face a 25% tariff rate starting November 1. US President Donald Trump on Monday has called off efforts to reach a diplomatic agreement with Venezuela and told his special envoy Richard Grenell to stop all outreach. President Nicolas Maduro said that Venezuela had foiled a false flag operation by what he called local terrorists to plant explosives at the US Embassy in Caracas and exacerbate a dispute between the two countries over drug trafficking. Meanwhile, hundreds marched to the UN office on Monday in Caracas, demanding respect for Venezuela's sovereignty and peace. The US President Trump said that he had a productive phone call with Brazil's President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, with both sides indicating plans for reciprocal visits soon. 3 people were injured after a medical emergency helicopter crashed on Monday in the Californian city of Sacramento. 3 crew members were taken to nearby hospitals for treatment. The search for victims of last week's Indonesian school collapse ended on Tuesday, with the death toll climbing to 67 after part of the multi-story Islamic boarding school caved in on September 29. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un inaugurated the Pyongyang General Hospital on October 6, ahead of the 80th anniversary of the Workers' Party of Korea. El Salvador's Ministry of Education banned the use of gender-inclusive language in public schools through a memorandum signed on Tuesday. The measure will be applied to over 5,000 public schools nationwide. Madagascar's President Andry Rajoelina named the Army General Rufin Fortunat Zafazambo as the Prime Minister on Monday, a week after dissolving the government in response to ongoing protests over power and water shortages. Waiting for a short break. Stay with us on Express News. Keep watching DD India.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked. We just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
Welcome back. I'm Mark Lin. You're watching Express News on DD India. Let's resume. News related to the weather. Homes and farmland in northern Egypt were submerged as rising Nile waters forced residents to evacuate. Egypt blamed Ethiopia's newly inaugurated Nile Dam for the floods, claiming unexpected water releases. Torrential rains from Typhoon Matmo flooded parts of Hanoi on Tuesday, leaving vehicles stranded and forcing residents to wade through calf-deep water. Heavy rains have disrupted daily life in Hanoi, with several schools switching to online classes and multiple flights affected. Heavy rains in Nepal have raised the death toll to 52, with 9 people still missing and 29 injured. The Nepalese army rescued 12 stranded individuals while search for more continues. Floods have blocked 19 roads in Koshi and Bagmati provinces, disrupting travel and transport in Nepal. Recent rains have impacted 32 hydropower projects in 10 districts, with 17 in operation and 15 under construction in Nepal's Ilam. 15 out of 17 operating projects have stopped power generation. Heavy rains lashed Doda in Jammu and Kashmir, causing waterlogging, slippery roads and fresh snowfall in higher areas. Authorities warned residents to avoid travel and schools remain closed. The India Meteorological Department issued a yellow alert for Delhi with generally cloudy skies and spells of light to moderate rainfall expected at many places over the next 2 days. Temperatures in northwest India. These temperatures are also likely to fall by 4 to 5 degrees Celsius over the next 2 days, starting on Wednesday, due to a western disturbance. Heavy rainfall is expected at isolated places in Arunachal Pradesh on October 9 and 10, while northeast may experience heavy showers over the next 5 days. News now on life and culture. Valmiki Jayanti is being celebrated across India on Tuesday to honor the sage Valmiki, the author of the ancient epic Ramayana. The International Kulu Dasara Festival brings together over 300 local deities in Himachal Pradesh to honor Lord Raghunath, with week-long celebrations showcasing divine culture. Renowned Nigerian designer Alfadi led a masterclass at Rome's Academy of Fashion for World Cotton Day, celebrating on 7th of October. The class blends African and Italian fashion traditions through cotton-based designs. The 25th World Expo in Japan's Osaka showcased pavilions on the UN's history and human-like robots, highlighting technology, innovation and future developments for visitors. In Mongolia, a homemaker has turned her homemade vitamin-rich colored flour made from fresh vegetable juice into a local favorite, earning a steady income while also supporting her family. A supermoon lit up the skies, drawing people to Colombia's observatory and Rio's beaches. This is the first of 3 supermoons in 2025. The Embassy of India in Bogota donated books to Utadedo University, inaugurating an India Corner to showcase works on Indian literature, history, philosophy, culture, and the economy, enhancing education and cultural ties. Hong Kong's Victoria Park was glowing with vibrant lanterns as the city celebrates the Mid-Autumn Festival. The grand show, running from September 30 to the 7th of October, features giant illuminated displays blending tradition with modern design. On China's Hangzhou's West Lake, tourists enjoyed moonboat rides to celebrate Mid-Autumn Festival, admiring the night view under glowing moon-shaped lanterns. 2 giant pandas made their debut at Beijing Zoo on Monday as China celebrated the Mid-Autumn Festival. To mark the occasion, zookeepers prepared special mooncakes for them. Macau marked the Mid-Autumn Festival with cultural events featuring lantern displays, traditional games, hand-fu experiences and festive concerts. Mooncakes, which is a key part of China's Mid-Autumn Festival, are getting a modern twist this year with regional specialty fillings to suit changing tastes. At Hanoi's Zoo Heritage Hub, young people are reviving traditional Vietnamese culture through hands-on workshops, bringing folk traditions back to life during the Mid-Autumn Festival and reconnecting with heritage beyond museum walls. In East China's Zhejiang province, crowds of visitors gathered along the Quanthang River with flower-themed boats illuminated by elaborate lanterns. Actress Nicole Kidman attended the Chanel Spring Summer 2026 collection at the Paris Fashion Week. News related to entertainment: the Indian film Kantara Chapter 1 continues its unstoppable run at the box office since its worldwide release. The film has earned 258 crore rupees, which is gross on the first day. This is a gross collection. The Bollywood actors Janhvi Kapoor and Varun Dhawan star Sunny Sanskari Ki Tulsi Kumari crossed 33 crore rupees at the box office on Monday. By Monday, in fact. The Indian actors Pawan Kalyan's action-packed drama, They Call Him OG, continues to make waves at the box office, crossing 184 crore rupees in India. The 3D animated feature film Mahayodha Rama released its trailer on Tuesday. The film is set to hit theatres around Diwali on the 17th of October 2025. Film version of the Indian popular web series Mirzapur is being shot in Varanasi. The actress Shweta Tripathi started shooting for this film with her much-loved character, and the much-loved character is Golu. The Indian singer Karan Aujla is set to bring his sound to the UAE, launching his P-pop culture world tour with a concert scheduled for the 29th of November. The teaser of the Telugu film Bad Boy Karthik was unveiled on Monday. The film, it promises a full-fledged commercial ride with actor Naga Shaurya sporting a rugged and intense look. The German actor Mark Rissmann has joined the cast of the historical drama Blood Axe, where he will play Eric Blood Axe's elder brother, Grey Cloak. The Canadian singer Geddy Lee and the guitarist Alex Lifeson are returning to the stage as the rock band Rush for their music tour titled 50 something in 2026. Home box office has officially launched, in fact, it's officially announced that A Night and the Seven Kingdoms will in fact premiere in 2026 in India. Now the sports news, and Lithoy Chanambam has scripted history. She clinched India's first ever medal in the Judo Junior World Championship in Peru on Tuesday. The former Test opener Matt Renshaw has been named in Australia's ODI squad for the home series against India this month. Manas Labuschagne, who's the batter, was left out of both the ODI and the T20 squads because of poor form. Pacer Mitchell Starc has returned to the international action for the first time this summer after a rest. All-rounder Glenn Maxwell has remained sidelined from the T20 internationals because of a wrist injury. The Indian wicketkeeper batsman or batter Rishabh Pant, who had fractured his right foot in England, is expected to feature in the second round of the Ranji Trophy this month. Ahead of the India-Australia match, the Andhra Pradesh Cricket Association, has decided to name stands after Mithali Raj and Ravi Kalpana at the cricket stadium in Visakhapatnam. The Marylebone Cricket Club has confirmed that the umpire's decision to adjudge Pakistan's Muniba Ali run-out against India in the Women's World Cup was as per rules. Emma Raducanu retired from her Wuhan Open first-round match with dizziness as she appeared to be struggling with temperature soaring to 30 degrees Celsius. The governing body of the men's tennis ATP could consider a formal heat rule after a string of retirements at the Shanghai Masters this week. The English footballer Harry Kane revealed that he is considering extending his stay at the German club Bayern Munich. The World Football Governing Body UEFA confirmed that they have approved a Serie A and a La Liga match to be played abroad. The Central Asian Nations Soccer Association announced that Italian Fabio Cannavaro will coach Uzbekistan as they prepare for their first World Cup next year. The Spanish Soccer Federation said that midfielder Rodri will miss the World Cup qualifiers against Georgia and Bulgaria this month due to injury. The MotoGP champion Marc Marquez is going to miss the next 2 rounds of the season in Australia and Malaysia after suffering an injury in the Indonesian Grand Prix. That's all we have in the Express News. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.